Hi everyone, Mike McConville here again, Stratford, Ontario, Canada for String Tech Workstations. Welcome back. We have a double conversion going on here today. I have a customer, a good friend actually, that I built a guitar for years ago that had a horrible mishap with the table saw. And did he give up playing guitar? Heck no. We're going to convert them to left-handed for him. So I'm going to walk you through this. I have my rosewood insert kind of ready to glue into place, and then we'll lay it out, do the math, slot the bridge for the proper intonation. This is the other guitar, and I made this for Mark 10 years ago anyway. So this is a Purple Heart overlay. So 10 years down the road, sorry, it's covered with dust here. 10 years down the road, you see how that darkens? I mean, it pretty well looks like rosewood, right? Anyway, there's a curly maple logo inlaid in this headstock, and then it's bound in sterling silver. This is basically Martin spec on the fingerboard taper. And black walnut back and sides, and Sitka spruce top, and just a simple solid walnut rosette around the sound hole. For anyone that's familiar with Purple Heart, when it's first cut fresh, it's pretty purple. When it's exposed to light over a period of time, it basically just goes a deep kind of reddy brown. Anyway, so we're going to fill both of these bridges in and then do the math and lay out the slots for the proper intonation for left-handed, and then cut two compensated nuts. Okay, we're starting with a chunk of this rosewood stock that I keep around expressly for this purpose. Okay, that insert is ready to glue into place. Mark had shown up at my shop with a huge chunk of Purple Heart, and he wanted me to sort of integrate it into this guitar. So we're getting ready to calculate that right to left hand conversion slot. Okay, we've done the math and calculated that proper bridge slot placement. This is our template, which is basically a copy of the Bosch Colt router plate. We've got an indexing pin there that kind of shows us the trajectory of the cutter before we flick the switch. We've got a 7.5 millimeter saddle depth. This will give us plenty of purchase in the actual slot, and there'll still be lots of saddle left over to be able to adjust that action wherever we need it. Okay, we're all set up to make the cut now on this Yamaha guitar. You can see that this bridge is actually, right from the factory, was really shallow. They didn't quite get the neck set right. So you had to be very careful about how deep you go with that router. You want to leave a good 3/32 of an inch on the floor of the slot to be able to support the saddle. And just a little touch of smoked ebony stain just to kind of clean it up a little bit. Same deal here. We got a little bit better match on that Purple Heart. Once again, we cover our tracks. This is a 25 3/8 inch scale, or 644.5 millimeters. So that 1.7 millimeters was cut off the end of the fingerboard. So you're going to see as I go through this, this is a slightly different version of a compensated nut. Here's our compensated nut, and as you can see, the strings kind of bite into the body of the nut because all those years ago I had cut off 1.7 millimeters off the end of the fingerboard, shortened it, and then after the nut was installed, I cut into the body of the nut to buy back any real estate that we might need to get this thing to line up. And it lined up beautifully, as you'll hear.